This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to get to the point. And it reads, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." I want to start off by giving all praise, giving all honor, giving all glory to Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKadosh. I want to say double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, who's the forefront of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking our lives and our freedom to do so now more so than ever. I want to say shalom to the Akim and the Aqua out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. So, brother, y'all, what's up? Coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh meaning He is, He exists, or He to be. By Hashem, by His end, His Hashem, His name. Yahushai meaning He saves or He deliverer. True names of the Most High God and the Son, who you ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ, but whose true name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. This lesson is inspired through an article I saw yesterday. Like I save articles, you know what I mean? There's no excuses not to have no lessons, no topics, especially in the days we're living in when there's so much going on. At the end of the day, it's not, scriptures talk about a spiritual man, judge of all things, so, but I'm low on the totem pole, so, yeah, I'm trying to seek out my own salvation at the end of the day, but, we all got to work for your portion. I mean, we all got to, pretty much, utilize the portion that was given. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the creator of the universe, ain't taking no excuses. So, with that being said, I'm going to read the title of the article. I might not even read the article. But just showing you the times we in. It says, Detroit man shot his girlfriend in the head on Valentine's Day to stop her from suffering. And it caught my attention because, how, the spirit of violence the Lord put in the earth, and that spirit of, people being cold to one another, and it's showing you, the Lord mocking these, holidays, and just a variety of things. It's depending on how you're looking at it. But that said a lot. They say a picture says 1,000 words. That ain't even an image, but it, if you got imagination, if you're a visionary, you could just imagine, on Valentine's Day, a day that's actually a pagan holiday, this man committed, murder. And the thing is, that's how the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is feeling. The Lord does things through people sometimes, and the prophets were often utilized to show the people what He was going to do to them. Like when you go into Isaiah walking around asshole naked, or when Ezekiel had to lay on his side on the ground, So, it was significant in my eyes. But we're going to go into this verse 12, and it says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." So when you go into that word, cold, it's to breathe, blow, cool, by blowing, to be made or grow cool or cold. Metaphor for waning love. So people, it's going to be heartless. People ain't going to have no love. And we seeing that, more and more each day. And when you go into, iniquity is this transgression of the lowest sin. But the word there is cool, like psycho. And that's pretty much psychotic, what I mean? But you're going to see more and more psychotic acts, because the scriptures talk about, the spirit's created for vengeance. You got a lot of death angels roaming the planet right now to act and enforce Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua's judgment. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 28, Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28, and it reads, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, when it's time to be judged, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of Him that made them." Because the scriptures tell you, I think it's in Hebrews, that the Most High God is the Father of spirits. So, the righteous spirits are his and the wicked spirits are his. So that cuts, the mindset of everything operates at his own free will. It said it obey him, you know, and all, pan, call, you know, all, everything. When you go into Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 or Sirach 18, it talks about all things obeying his will, pretty much bowing to the Most High. Y'all about you me outside. It says, Ecclesiasticus 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In their fury they lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And all these different things are avenues or devices that can be used to enact judgment, and take you out. I was listening to the beloved elder. He was going into how Solomon was the ultimate boss. He was sitting at our hits. His name means peace, but yet still, he wasn't peaceful when he first started. The sign of a boss, because at the end of the day, he looked at what was going to impede his will, And I never realized until recently that my daughter name, because, my daughter almost died when she was born. And, I was thinking that I named her Salome because because she went through something so traumatic that she I knew the name meant peace, but I never knew it was the feminine version of Solomon. Just like my daughter recently, I was debating on saying this, but it's so deep because I always thought their mother's gonna get them back, and it looked like it's not gonna be that way. And I never imagined it being like me totally stuck with them, or I thought that the Lord would do, but the Lord know what He's doing, and that's the importance of being subservient and pretty much being a slave to the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. But she said something to me that was so devastating, but then at the same time, I just like loved her more. It was like deep, because you don't know what them spirits go through. My baby wasn't supposed to be here, and I prayed for her to be. But she said she never wanted to be here. And it fucked me up, you know what I mean? Because I was explaining to them, we all hoping to be delivered and saved, but, the truth of the matter is only the elect will be. You don't know if you're the elect or not. We don't even know if the elect spirit is just going to be, the scriptures talk about being diligent to make your call and election sure, so you would think the elect going to be diligent, but at the end of the day, it's ultimately who the Lord going to have mercy on. This thing is not no joke. Like when you sit back and really like meditate on it. And I just was, I ain't gonna tell the business, but at the same time, it's like I talked to somebody recently, and I always thought I was so solitary, and just because I've always been like by myself, I've always been antisocial, I've always been in my own little box. And my brother had told me that one time. He's like, people really always trying to figure you out because you're too quiet. Like y'all think I talk now, but I know I used to be. I mean, sometimes I still do it. I was really people say the word, but no, I was really antisocial. I'm a nigga from the hood that's to myself. You got motherfuckers that keep quiet and move in silence, and people trying to figure them out. But I was that guy that was like that, and on top of it, like the elders always say, you never just really fit in. So he always just make a statement about people going to be curious as to what you think, and so people always going to be trying to figure you out. So lock it for the little rant. Verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth, especially Esau. I get fucked with. I used to wonder. I understand now. I didn't understand then. I understand now. Because everything, my dad used to make this statement. I used to get into it with this particular teacher. I'm like, I don't know why this bitch don't like me. And he said one statement. He never had nothing to say when I would get in trouble with her. And then one day, he just was like, it might not be you she mad at. And I ain't get it till I got older. I still, even when he hit me with that, I was like, what the? So he knew her, You don't know what they had going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my dad was. My dad was like a man of few words. And when he said shit, he say, move, you moving. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And that's spiritual, what I just said along that verse, because the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the ultimate Father. So when he pretty much sends forth his judgment when he lets go or closes the doors of mercy, shit gon' these spirits gonna get in movement. They gonna get active. They active now, but wait till that day when you go to that word pandemonic, it's all demons. So wait till these people really start bugging out. Think about that movie Cell. Like, this shit is not a joke. Well, not, you know what I mean. I mean, of course, I'm not calling the truth shit. What I'm saying is this thing is real deal Holyfield. I'm gonna just read probably the first paragraph, and it says, and I knew it was a Jake. A Detroit man has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder after allegedly shooting his girlfriend in the head on Valentine's Day, claiming he did it to stop her from suffering. And that's just very serious and just significant. Like, now when I read like the first part of it, it was like pretty much it was in an argument, and then he just, a spirit jumped on him and he shot her. The tragic incident unfolded on February 14th when 31-year-old Deshaun Trayvon Ross and his girlfriend Ebony Robinson reportedly got into an argument while sitting in her car on Detroit's west side, according to the police. It says the dispute escalated when Ross allegedly stepped out of the vehicle and opened fire through the driver's side window, striking Robinson. So just just instant judgment, and that's the spirit that most Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming in, because ultimately, and more than likely, these people ain't serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I mean, the Lord takes us through different trials and tribulations. I know I've done some bullshit, but then, it's been times I'm like, damn, what did I do? Because we always gonna meditate when you get judged. But then sometimes, look at Job. Job didn't do nothing. It was all for the will and glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So everything that happened ain't no judgment. And it took me a long time to realize that, at the end of the day, scriptures talk about not despising the chastisement of the Lord. Because if you suffering for something that you knew you did wrong, or something that you doing some bullshit for, well, who gonna feel it? But if you suffering righteously, only, like I said again, it's a blessing that's gonna come with that. If it's just a spiritual upgrade to, you know what I mean? Like you get blessed for that, and ultimately, like I said again, you could tell Jake and her one, serving the Lord. This is scripture. I was gonna find it, but it talks about all those that refuse to serve the Lord. This is Second Chronicles chapter 5:15 and verse 13, that whosoever will not seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, power of Israel, shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. And that's why it's going to be so much death out here, because there's going to be more people that's not going to seek the Lord and serve the Lord that's going to return to him, especially if 2/3 of our people, So, the Lord is putting a great spirit of violence in the earth for, that day of Jacob's trouble. And I've been saying that for the last couple of years. Ultimately, it tells you in the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 21, it talks about, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, which is beautiful because, the men of, pretty much they spiritually casting down the stone, and it's shaking and fucking this place up. Call Loyam La Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more. Which America is modern day Babylon, or Babylon the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, and pretty much is fucking up the minds of the people of Babylon and these other nations. So again, these little incidents like this is nothing. You're gonna see more and more of them taking place and intensifying. You're gonna see more and more serious shit. Like, look at the beginning of the year. Started off with, a TA attack. Or TA, just opening fire. The Lord is truly bringing down the mirth of this place. So if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of your power, whose true name in the Paleo-Hebrew is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam La Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem HaKodash, double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquat that they're listening and learning. Lord, willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, subscribing to this truth to you. I say shalom. Until next time, Lord, willingly. Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharala, Mawath Lababah.